build that you can do. Oh man, C, oh, has like the worst luck. This is seriously the worst luck he can have. Oh man, this is so sad for C. Man, okay, so for those of you who don't know, who are kind of new to the scene, C man, he's just like a cursed player. He does pretty well in Pro League, like he's a really solid player, but he just never gets far in Star Leagues. He chokes really hard. And look at this, he knows it's a 12 next. He's just like, ah, damn it. And not only that, guys, C is apparently just like a really nice guy and also friends with Little Susie or something. Like he did a TL attack once, so he is like a friend to the English-speaking community, I guess. But I mean, you could just see it on his face right there. He was just so sad. He's like, ah, of all the builds to have scouted dead last like that after doing like a mistaken cross-map scout. And anyway, it looks like he's gonna follow. I mean, he's just gonna do his FD expand anyway. There he is moving out with 5 Marines and a tank. He's gonna rally vultures to the front. And he is going to be researching spider mines. Meanwhile, I like those pylons positioned at the front of the natural there. What that does is it makes a much narrower choke at your natural, so that if your opponent tries to do any kind of vulture run by, you will be able to block it very easily with just a single dragoon. Or in like an emergency, you can just build another pylon there and just just wall yourself in. Anyway, there are Flash and Crazy Hydra, the guys who have put KT up 2-0 here so far. Can their teammate Stats finish it off, or will C keep Team 8 in the series? I hope C wins. I hope C wins. I mean, I have nothing against Stats, but I kind of want to see another game, and I think it's kind of unfair for C to lose this. Anyway, looks like Stats has walled off the right side. He's probably going to take a pretty quick third here. Stats playing pretty greedily, but I mean, there's nothing C can do about it. That's just really sad. And we do have the 2-gate robo out. I'm just going to get some observers. Yep, there we go. So, looks like Stats just going to hold the wide ramp here. And I believe the Nexus has just been built. Yep, there it is. Being warped in. So, going to go up to a quick 3 bases. Man, this is really interesting. Is this going to end up like last game where both players do like an expansion race? I don't think this map quite lends itself to that. Obviously, first of all, you don't have the protected back expansion. And you also don't have expansions like the 6 and the 3 as we saw Flash take last game, which are you can quite easily take if you just push out a little bit. On this map, there aren't as many expansions. There's basically just three bases in each corner. So yeah, I don't think it quite lends itself to the same style. But okay, looks like C actually went for a strong FD, but it's kind of, I don't know, my timing is a little bit thrown off here. I haven't seen a 12 Nexus game in a little while, actually. I mean, basically because if your 12 Nex gets scouted in time by the Terran can actually just bunker rush you and rally vultures to your base. So instead of building machine shop, they don't build machine shop, they just rally vultures forward with their marines and SCVs, and you're just dead. But looks like some nice spider mines by C, getting a hit off there, and whoa! So that's what I'm talking about. So Stats making the pylon to wall himself in so the vultures can't run into his base, but it looks like he might be in a bit of trouble here. He's losing those dragoons. Looks like Stats got a little bit too greedy. Stats in some trouble here. C is actually laying the hurt on the greedy Protoss. That's what you get, you dirty little Protoss. Yeah, get some. So sieging down the third base now. Oh man, I thought C wouldn't be able to do anything, but C is a boss, proving me wrong. Comsatting the main, and what is this? We have a relatively quick Stargate, and I don't see an Archives. Is he going carrier? I think Stats might have actually been going carrier. And, looks like, though, the Dragoons are moving in, all the siege tanks are going down. And Stats should, well, I was going to say she'll be able to micro them down, but more Vultures coming in, so Stats losing his third base, losing all of his Dragoons. Oh my goodness. That Fangirl and her friend are quite happy. Awesome. Good for you guys. I'm pretty happy too. I'm pretty excited. Meanwhile, if you look at the bottom right, you can see that Stats' money is actually kind of climbing. He's at 1,200 minerals, 500 gas. It's a little bit surprising. He actually doesn't know what to make now. And he is getting +1 air weapons. It is going to be a carrier switch. So Stats doing 12 next into a ridiculously greedy third into carriers. Seriously, this is like Oh man, this is such a dirty Protoss. Seriously, if you have any conscience whatsoever, you don't do this build. But stats, he's playing for the win. That's all right. That's all right. We'll forgive him. He's playing for the win. But no morals, no moral fiber. Lacking in the moral fiber. So anyway, we do have the 3 o'clock retaken by Flash, but C's already got his 3rd base now, so C is now on 3 base to 2 effectively, and he should be able to siege up and hold his ramp much more easily. And looks like we do have an armory now. I don't know if he actually scanned the Stargate. The scan that the observer caught was a little bit too high to see the Stargate, so I don't know. I don't think C is actually aware of the carrier switch just yet. So it's going to be a little bit dangerous. Basically, the magic number of carriers, so to speak, is oh, looks like, oh, C, what a baller. Look at that, catching some probes on the transfer to the 3rd base. A nice pylon wall there, preventing the vultures from running in and killing the rest of them. But nice moves by C. And it looks like Stats might think about going for some kind of weirdly timed Bulldog. Bulldog attack is when you get a shuttle with 4 Zealots and a bunch of Dragoons and just try and break the Terran's defense. And it looks like, oh no, C getting caught out of position. He's pulling the SCVs. Oh my goodness, C caught completely out of position. Not nearly enough units. The tanks all unsieged. The vultures not even nearby. Oh no, C, who did an amazing attack, is now getting counterattacked into oblivion. He's got 2 sea shanks coming in from the back. The SCVs are doing a good job, but C could be in a lot of trouble here. I can't believe, I don't understand what just happened. I think C might have been a little bit scared of the vulture, or rather of the shuttle or something, so he left the sea shanks unsieged. I don't know if that was an intentional move by C, but either way, it could have been a huge mistake. Now he has cleaned up the forces, but he lost a lot of sea shanks there. And there's the comstat, so C does see the fleet beacon. He knows that it is going to be carriers, but don't lose another sea shank, C. Oh my goodness. Both these players doing some brilliant plays and some crazy plays, and oh, wait, what is that? Oh, look at this. Stats just being cute, lifting 2 Dragoons on the side. Yeah, he's just gonna have to run away, but I got a Goliath for free. Yeah, why not? Oh, that was cute. That was cute. That's cute. I like it. I like it. So we do have 3 Stargates down. What was it? I believe? Oh yeah, I was talking about critical numbers of carriers. Basically, the kind of the magic number of carriers you want before you attack with them is 4. I don't actually know exactly why it's 4, but you know, a lot of good players say it's 4, so I'm just gonna go with that. So yeah, you want 4 carriers before they actually become super duper effective and you move out with them. And I don't know about this this choice of carriers actually, because the middle of the map is quite open. Usually when you make carriers in PvT, oh, there's Reach, by the way, the man toss, hanging out with Flash, the manliest Protoss hanging out with the most imbalanced Terran. Pretty sick combo right there. I'm sure they get all the ladies when they go out clubbing. Anyway, yeah, basically when you go for carriers in PvT, you want maps that have like a lot of terrain features, cliffs and basically random things blocking things all over the place, so you can avoid. It's kind of almost like the opposite of what you usually want. What you usually want in PvT is a really big open middle, so that you can flank and surround the Terran. But when you go for carriers, you actually kind of want the opposite, because your ground force is kind of meh. You really, but your carriers, you want to be able to micro them against Goliaths and stuff. So you want a lot of terrain features to be blocking Goliaths. Anyway, we do have a nice position here by C right outside the Protoss' base. I'm a little bit surprised Stats didn't actually kind of try and delay that much. I was too busy talking about other random things. I wasn't actually quite paying attention to what just happened. But C, it seemed to me like was able to freely walk across the map and siege up outside of Stats' base. So Stats is gonna be forced to use his carriers a little bit earlier than he would have liked, I think. And he is going for the break here. That's a lot of Goliaths. Is he gonna be able to go in? The shuttle's moving in with some Zealot bombs, but it looks like the rest of the army is not going to go as well. And Stats is just completely contained here. Oh man, it's gonna be really difficult to break. However, with good carrier micro, I mean, it's still gonna be tough. Looks like he does have +1 attack now on those carriers. I don't know what upgrades C has. Meanwhile, C just building some more turrets here. to help defend those, laying some more mines. And you see, C doesn't need to push in right now. He can just contain all day because it's 3 base versus 3 base, right? And as I said before, that's good for Terran. So I mean, C can actually just take another base off this if he wants. He has no real obligation to go and kill him. Having said that, he might want to just before the Protoss gets too many carriers. Once there are a critical mass of carriers, it's actually quite difficult to deal with, even if you do have a lot of Goliaths. And there's the KT coach looking a little bit nervous, and oh my god, what just happened? Whoa! Stats taking a lot of damage on those carriers. I don't know, did what just happened there? Did he get like pulled in by a random unit or something? Anyway, it looks like he's going for it once again. He's got another shuttle, but the shuttle instantly dying there. No Zealot bombs for you, but there are a lot of Zealots on the ground. Is it going to be enough, though? Looks like all the Zealots are going to go down. A lot of carriers left, a number of Dragoons, but it seems not enough to break, and Stats is in serious trouble now. He's not looking too happy. Oh, C, be careful, be careful. Alright. So, despite a huge build order advantage in the beginning of the game, 12 next, that was scouted as late as possible against just a standard FD. Stats looking in a lot of trouble here. C looks like he's going to keep Team 8 in this. C, he's looking good. He's moving in with the Goliaths. Can he snipe a carrier? He looks like he does snipe a carrier. And backs out again. Zealot's moving in once again, going to try and splash some of those Goliaths down. So he's got to be a little bit careful. If he loses the Goliaths, the siege tanks will be easy pickings for the carriers. But no, it looks like he is going to force him back once again. It seems that he does have 1-1 upgrades and does get another carrier. Very nice. The supply counts are dead even right now. 108 against 109. And C, meanwhile, is taking the top right expansion. He's got an SCV at the bottom left. I believe that is just to scout, make sure his opponent has not taken a hidden base. That is very, very smart. That is what you want to do when you're getting a contain. Obviously, if you have a contain and he just takes a hidden expansion anyway, your contain is completely useless. Well, not completely, but kind of defeats the purpose. Anyway, I think that was probably a C fangirl. She looked pretty happy. And looks like a couple of random Goliaths. Gonna get a little bit too eager there. But wow, Stats is making random units. I saw a DT and an Archon there. Apparently he just had way too much gas in the bank. Just like made an Archon. Anyway, SCV has been transferred to the top right. It looks like Stats is going to go for a counterattack with the carriers. As soon as C sees that, I think he can just attack into the main. And looks like he is going to start to... He's pushing closer and closer to the natural. I believe a comsat just went down so that he could snipe an observer. Stats mined out in the main base. Can't even transfer the probes anywhere. Not that he actually has an extra base to transfer to. And Stats, I think he's just going to go for the base trade. Going to go for the refugee Protoss style of no main base and just a bunch of carriers running around killing stuff. But I don't think that's going to work. And yep, here we go. Here's the attack. Now C, he's going to have to just attack into the Stats' main right now. He has to go for the kill. Because these carriers, I mean, it's going to take a while to pull back all his Goliaths. I'm looking at the minimap, I'm looking what he's doing. No, it looks like he is just going to pull back all the Goliaths. I'm not sure I like that decision. I think he should just go and kill him. I mean, he might not want the base trade situation, but... Oh, it looks like he actually managed to snipe. There must have been a highly damaged carrier already. He just randomly sniped it with like 3 Goliaths. Very nice targeting by C, but it looks like he's going to lose his armories. Oh no, Stats going after the armories. Very, very smart decision there. C will not be able to produce any more Goliaths from his factories, but he has brought most of his Goliaths back home, and I don't know why there's a bunch of... Oh, it looks like a DT drop by Stats in the top right base, but Stats is losing his third base. Stats doing an amazing job trying to come back here, doing epic harassment, but it looks like his carriers are stuck. His carriers are stuck, but it looks like he's moving out. He's trying to break the contain. He needs Storm. Where's the Storms? He didn't Storm. Did Stats forget Storm or something? Oh my god, 3 High Templar, 0 Psionic Storms. The carriers managed to escape from the Terran's main base, but looks like another one will get sniped. I see only 2 carriers remaining. 2 carriers is not going to be enough to pull Stats back into this game, even though Stats made a heroic attempt at the very end. He must have forgotten Psionic Storm. I cannot believe that he would just like not Storm with those Templar. He must have forgotten to get the upgrade. Now he's in a lot of trouble. He's sniping a couple of SCVs, but C is in a dominant position here at 136 supply to 116 of Stats, and a lot of that supply of Stats is actually just in idle probes right now. Looks like Stats gonna move out once again. Where's the Storm, man? There's the Storm. Finally, some Psionic Storm. Very nice Storms on the back C-Shanks, but it's nowhere near enough. GG! C, look at him. What a baller. He is relieved, overcoming the odds, and taking set number 3. And we will see another game here. Team 8 is staying in it. Team 8, not gonna get taken down so easily. Bravo, C, bravo. Wow. Stats feeling a little bit silly, Man, he had so many things going for him in that game. But C, that was very, very well done. Alright, so we are now 1-2. And going into game 4.
연보서 선수의 평소 스타일 같았으면 그 상황에서 그렇게 차근차근히 조이지 않았을 것입니다.